It was the same as every other day. Every single rampage. Every colossal failure of trying to commit to something they didn't believe in. Every day they would file onto the same platform for the same job, doing the same thing, having the same sex, eating the same food, committing the same actions, because they didn't know how to be any different. To achieve an idea they've had since they don't know how old, the same thing every day. He wasn't the same. He heard every thought that they said, because they evoked it. They said it, and he could hear it. I'm so tired of my coffee being cold. I hate Times New Roman. You want to kill yourself, don't you, Derek? He heard all of these thoughts, because they were so loud. He filed onto the train to go to his job. That's irrelevant what he did, because what he was about to do defined him forever and made him new, exciting, different. And that's all he ever really wanted. He sat down in the same seat on the same train.
It's so noisy in here.
They all talked around him. Every single one. Mothers with their children, fathers, absent fathers, train managers, ticket managers, all of them on the same fucking train saying the same fucking thing, because that's all they knew how to do. Talk, talk and talk again, into their phones, on their tablets, reading the newspaper, talking to the fucking toilet door wall, graffitiing on the seat. It's all they knew to do, because they thought it was funny. It was funny the first time, but not anymore. Derek looked around. They'd stopped. They'd stopped talking. One person was looking at him. Are you alright, sir?
It's so noisy in here.
What are you talking about? It's rather quiet. Oh, what, you mean the engine? Yeah, they said the track lines were a bit weird today. What do you do? He couldn't answer. He was stunned. For the first time, they were all being quiet. He didn't know what he'd done, but they were all quiet. I'm fed up of being alone. I'm so tired of this. All he does is do this. All he does, all he does, every day, all the same, all the time. They were talking again. Louder. Screaming. He couldn't escape it. They were talking again. But he wasn't going to let them overtake him this time. He wasn't going to let them talk again. He was going to drink his coffee. He was going to read the newspaper. He was going to be normal. He was going to go to work. He was going to go home. He was going to wank. He was going to do everything that he wanted to do in silence. So he stood up, smiled.
It's so noisy in here!
Where'd you find this one? Oh, he was on the train. That's what Dr. Monroe said to Dr. Eliza. They were walking down the corridor. Apparently some man had broken down and started tearing apart a public transport service. He kept saying the same things over and over again. But then again, these kind of cases always did. What is the diagnosis? I believe it's some form of schizophrenia. Repetition of the motion. Do you want to hear the recording? Sure. What can you hear, Derek? What's annoying you right now?
So noisy in here. It's so noisy in here. 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 So noisy in here.
So what was weird about it? Why did he blow up on the train? Well, he was saying the same thing, that it was really noisy. But him and the woman that he injured were the only people on that train that day.